This episode of the Natural Habitat Podcast is brought to you by our YouTube channel. That's right, Natural Habitat Podcast on YouTube. William Waffles, have you been checking out Awesome Ty's new web series, Awesome Ty's Running for Mayor?
I have.
Holy shit! How dope is this thing?
Right?
Yeah, he is running for mayor for real.
I think that shit's fucking dope as fresh.
Dope as fresh. That's right.
Dope as fresh, man.
We are here in full effect, broadcasting live from California/Oregon. That's right. This is the Natural Habitat Podcast. Go to our YouTube, subscribe, see all the visuals there. This episode is available in visual format. You can look at our goofy faces while we get high and talk about stuff. So you ready to start this up or what?
Yep.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yo, what is up, everybody?
What it do?
I'm gonna try not to do the ding. Hold on. Haha, I think I did it. I saved it. Every time that I try to close down that program, it makes this ding noise, and it's pretty sweet.
It.
Did you?
I did.
Shit. God damn it. Welcome to the Natural Habitat Podcast, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Mikey Boohyah.
I am William Waffles.
That's right. And this feels good. This feels natural. Feels nice. Feels good to be hanging out with you. Blazing.
It does.
Getting high. Smoking this. I'm smoking a cone. What are you smoking on?
I'm smoking a little a mini blunt. Swisher puts out little minis, and I like to smoke those personally. They're nice.
Swisher Sweenies is what I call them.
Yeah, Sweeney's.
Sweeney Todds is what it's what they're
Sweeney Todds
called on the street. So you're smoking on the Sweeney Todds. I got this raw cone, keeping it raw, smoking some Blue Dream.
Nice.
And,
yeah, I don't know what I got. I go to a farmer's market and I bought a big old bulk bag of mixed flowers. So
a bulk bag of mixed flowers? It's like a salad. You get it?
Yeah.
like how you would take like a few different nugs and like kind of mix them up and put them in a bowl or roll them in a joint or something.
Yeah, I think it's more of like bottom bags, and people are just like putting them together to create amounts. But
I mean, a potato,
it's beneficial to me, right?
Potato. You can't. You got to look at it on the bright side, and the bright side is that you're getting a salad, and salads are bomb because you get every type of high at once.
Well, when you're buying, a couple ounces at a time for like a few weeks, you want to have a little bit of variety as well. You don't want to just smoke the same thing for a couple of weeks. That's never fun.
Yeah, I agree. Because then you build up your tolerance, and what we've all heard about tolerance and intolerance and all these different things, and that reminds me.
All kinds of tolerance.
I want to talk about the biggest thing in the news right now. Everyone's asking about it. Everybody's wondering, Mikey, Bill, are you going to talk about it? Are you going to talk about what's happening? And I am. And what's happening is Tekken 4, Fist to Fight for Fury. Is that or is that not the greatest video game ever made? I say no. What do you say?
Fuck no.
It was released in 1999, which is like, come on, guys. Nothing revolutionary.
The millennium hasn't even happened at that point.
Yeah, like what do you know about good video games?
Think of of every video game that came out before 2000. Go play them today.
Even
you know how horrible they're gonna look.
Even your favorites, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck? I played this."
You have to go and get one of those free TVs sitting on the side of the road, you know, like from 1983, and that's what you have to play it on, because then it'll look halfway decent.
Then at least
hook it up to one of these new TVs, dude, you're fucked.
At least
you're just like,
yeah,
Polygon Town my ass.
At least you'll have the nostalgia factor if you watch it on an old tube TV, and then you have that same You need standard resolution when it comes to those games for sure.
Yeah, you can't even use the 3 cords you plug in. You have to use the cable.
And the only ones that hold up are the ones that didn't rely on graphics, like, you know, Super Mario Brothers and Zelda and stuff like that. That was more of the strategy and the storyline and shit like that. Whereas, you know, if you think like Metal Gear Solid, I played Metal Gear Solid a lot when I was a kid, when I had my PlayStation. And if you play Metal Gear Solid now, it's garbage. It's like the slowest moving game, the worst graphics. But I used to play it and be all about it, and it looked dope.
I thought it was the slowest moving game back then too, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was a 007 guy. I was a GoldenEye guy, right?
Oh yeah, GoldenEye.
So that is specifically the game I'm talking about, because back in the day when you got an N64 and you pop that cartridge in brand new, and you know, on your old box TV, you'd sit there and play with your boys, and I mean, those graphics were tits.
Yeah.
Like that game looked so good, right? And then you go play it today, and it's the worst like visual game that there ever has been.
Yeah.
All the mechanics are clunky, and like they jitter, and everything's fucking squares or octagons or angles to everything.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, it is very pointy. I remember it being pointy. Like a lot of just like panels, like it would go like straight and then like sideways and just all fucking, nobody's shaped like this, you know?
I heard that they remastered it a couple years ago, like for the new gen systems. I don't know how it looks though. I haven't seen video of it. I haven't played it, of course. So
yeah,
but I heard they did something with it.
So, did you hear about I was telling you about Nipton, California. I just heard about this. Nipton with an N. Like almost like
Nipton.
Yeah. Like Lipton, only with the next with a couple letters after the one that it is in the front. Never mind. Anyway, Nipton.
So I know of Nipton. When I was looking up before we left California, I was looking up a bunch of ghost towns and shit, because I was going to go on that big road trip, and I was going to hit a bunch of ghost towns, and Nipton was in the line of what I was going to do. I just didn't do any research or go to it, so it's in the logs. Just I know it's a shithole town in the middle of the desert. Yeah,
exactly. One of those shithole weird towns that has been a ghost town forever, and it's like in between, like when you're going to Vegas from the Central Coast, and after you go through like Bakersfield and shit, and then the 40 and the 15 split off, and it's like up there in between the 40 and the 15, kind of closer to the 15 by Prim, when you're like getting close to Vegas.
Yeah.
And it's just like out there in the desert, and this company bought it. I got this page pulled up. This company bought it, and it says that they buy the small town. What's going on with this page? How come it isn't working? Cannabis company buys a California ghost town. Is it a legitimate investment or a publicity stunt to boost stock prices, or a combination of the both? Now, I read a lot of stuff about this. I guess that page isn't working. It was earlier. But I read a lot of stuff about this, and I've heard a lot of different takes on it. But what I've gathered is that this cannabis company bought this town and they're going to make it a tourist attraction for legal cannabis. It's going to be the whole town's cannabis friendly. You could smoke anywhere, and everything's going to be shops and fields and gardens and edible companies and kind of like a tourist trap for cannabis. And also, you know, one side is that it's a tourist trap. The other side is that it's a haven for stoners.
Man. So I'm looking at this town in two different ways, essentially. I'm looking at the logistics that they'll have to go through to pull something like that off.
Yeah.
Which here in Oregon, it's hard to even get like a smoking club. Mm-hmm. In Colorado, they're just now being able to smoke in public. They're designating areas. It's not even allowed yet, but they're working on it. I know California's jumping out with a bunch of regulations right off the bat. They're like, we're going to push for this, this, and this.
Yeah.
I don't think that they've waited long enough. I think they should have given it another year before they started pushing those, because by that time, all the other states will have in effect their recreational consumption areas. Be that in public, be it a bar, and shooting for a whole town, man. I mean, sorry, California, but you guys are just like slightly behind on that. Fucking a couple months ago, didn't Vegas just legalize weed for recreational use?
Yeah.
Boom. I mean,
yeah.
If you want to get high and have a good time, where the fuck are you going to go?
Yeah.
You going to go to Colorado?
Or to Nipton?
Yeah, you're going to go to Nipton?
Yeah.
No, you're going to go to fucking Vegas.
Yeah, especially because, you know, for the past year or so, they've been accepting out-of-state recs. So if you have a card in any state that gives out medical marijuana, they'll accept it at their walk-in dispensaries. So,
interesting.
So if you're traveling and you're visiting, which a lot of people are, that's all their money, then they'll accept, they somehow can accept recs from other states, but no other state could do that. So there's all these different loopholes. Who knows how big this company is? Who knows how long it's going to take to build this town?
Do we know the name of the company?
I'm not sure. Let's see. Because it's like, I know that they're starting it. They're starting the plans right now. And it's called American Green. A publicly traded firm based in Arizona that deals in marijuana vending machines announced that it purchased Nipton from its private owners in a deal estimated at $2 million.
That's where I heard the name. Okay. So, like I was saying, the logistics of the town. And then the other way I was looking at this is not the propaganda of what they say the town's going to be like, but what the town is physically and morally actually like, I think is going to be a problem.
Yeah. Well, I know that
if you're calling yourself a safe haven for stoners, or like whatever terminology they wanted to use, that's fucking stupid, dude. You're going to get some dirty burnouts. It's going to be infested with homeless kids. Like, that is not the way to go about doing that situation.
Yeah, they're calling it a pot paradise, and it's going to have weed-friendly bed and breakfast, other amenities.
And it's going to be yuppie as fuck, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, like, you know it's going to be expensive as shit.
Fuck yeah, dude. And no stoner... No. See, that's the problem, is stoners aren't going to get into it. They're not going to go. It's going to be people who've just started smoking within the last 6 months.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, it's legal. I go down to the store and buy doobies, you know? Let's take a vacation there. Real stoner's like, fuck it, dude. Let's go to the snow and fucking make snow bongs.
It'll be like how people from like the valley will come to wine country and be like, hey, we're going to go to the vineyards and go see all the shit and go try the fine wines. It'll be the same thing. They'll just be going to weed country.
You'll see him in there sniffing the jar. Oh, it's got quite a piney scent to it.
They're all pulling they're pulling a Bill Clinton, and they're like, I don't inhale.
I just noticed that this is an indica. Do you have any sativas? I don't smoke indica. I just fall asleep immediately.
No, they'll be like, do you have any sativas?
Sativas, yeah.
It'll be called Sadavas.
No, the good one. The good one is they're like, oh man, I just want munchies and I want to sit on the couch all afternoon and be lazy. Do you got any good sativa? It's like somebody didn't do their homework, did they?
All these damn day ones.
Now, see, it's funny. I don't freak with them as often as I would enjoy to. They're expensive stores up here.
Yeah,
but I do go in them every once in a while. And man, sometimes you see some characters, fresh 21-year-olds coming in all fucking, I bought my first doobie.
All excited that they could legally do it. Some little church kid. It's all like, hey, it's allowed now. My mommy does this. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see how long this transition is. How long they're gonna be building this town. They could be taking their time with it, so that way, once everything is in order and everything's in place, then they can, cut the proverbial ribbon and open up, or the literal ribbon, depending on how they do it, and open up the town. I know there's only
probably a literal ribbon will be cut.
I know that there's only 16 people there that live there. The population is 16. So, all right, cool. That gives us a great comparison.
Harmony.
Yeah.
Okay. Growing up, Harmony had a total of 12 people in it?
Yeah.
Now, they've got a population of 20-something, but they're a winery as well.
That's right.
So, you can think of something like that. Probably not as niche, though. I imagine it to be maybe 4 or 5 times bigger than that little town.
Yeah.
Talking about having bed and breakfast and shit.
Right.
What's a stoner bed and breakfast? Here's a couch, bro. Be a guy on the couch for the night.
Yeah, here's a couch and some banana nut muffins. Have fun.
Right?
Bed and breakfast, baby.
No, I don't have any fucking granola. My bad.
Well, we'll see how it goes, and then maybe we'll take a trip out to the desert when they open it up. So, you've been in Oregon for how long now?
Oh man, just about 2 years.
2 years?
Yep.
So how's the transition? How's everything treating you?
Good. Very good. I got a nice house. Got a nice lady. I smoke good pot.
Nice. We catch up every once in a while.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But
try to keep in touch.
Yep. It's definitely good to have you back on the show. For people that haven't listened to all of the episodes and all the back catalog, the show actually started with myself and William Waffles. William Waffles actually committed a murder, a double murder,
back
and
in the day.
had to run away to Oregon after his double murder, and it got a little hairy. But now everything's cool, cleared of all charges, and now we're gonna be doing the podcast over Skype. It's a little laggy. I think that it's because I'm recording this. Hopefully, it'll all turn out good. But
it's okay. I'm trying to flow with the lag. I lose you for 10, 15 seconds at a time, and I'm just like,
yeah. And then,
that's funny.
Mm-hmm. And then in the video, it pops up every once in a while and goes, internet connection too slow. So now people get to see that that I'm running some ghetto fucking
right now, actually.
Yeah. Is that what it's saying on your thing?
There we go. What?
There it is. That the internet connection is too slow?
No.
Okay, good. No, mine neither. We're good. We're ready to go.
Boss.
All right, let's start the show. Play the theme song and go. So, what's up? Welcome to the Natural Habitat Podcast. Have you been keeping up on Rick and Morty?
Very much so.
Holy shit. This fucking season.
Dude.
This season's crazy.
Just fucking crazy.
So.
God. So we need to start with the first episode of the season that got released on April Fool's.
That's right. So on April 1st, there was the episode where Rick escapes from intergalactic prison, Rick prison, or whatever the fuck he was in.
Yeah.
And it was one of the most well-made episodes of Rick and Morty. And it was just dropped on April Fool's Day as almost like a joke. And they were like, here it is, new episode of Rick and Morty, season 3, episode 1. And then it just played on a loop all day. And it turned out to be the real episode. And when the season started, I wasn't sure what they were going to do. If they were going to start with is it frozen? Can you not hear me?
No, I can hear you. I had some computer bullshit pop up. I had to get out of there.
That's all right. This is the first episode that we're back with this new setup, so we'll get everything honed in. Just bear with us.
Yeah.
But the audio should be good. So
word.
So the second episode, which was technically the first episode. Technically the first episode, man. When it came out and the third season premiered, they did the Mad Max Summer episode.
Yep.
And did you realize that
that shit was intense.
Yeah. Joel McHale was the dude that she ended up like hooking up with? Whatever his name was, I forgot it.
I didn't realize that.
And
I'll have to go back and check that out.
Yeah, every episode that's come out so far has been gold. Pickle Rick, amazing.
Oh, dude. Like, the amount of fucking time and effort that somebody had to think about to go down to the detail of, quote unquote, the Pickle Rick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, think of that. Here, all right, let's turn him into a pickle. We'll think of why later. At some point, we need to have him tear apart a rat. Make a skeleton, a super, like Iron Man rat. It's like, how much acid have you guys been fucking taking lately?
Dude, it's like, and it was really smart how they got him from a pickle that couldn't move at all, and then started using the rat brain, tongue in the rat brain, and then he had them all tied to his chest, and then built this whole thing, and it was like insane. And it was really smart how they did it, but also just off the wall ridiculous. But I remember when I was like 5 minutes into it, I was wondering how they were going to do it. I was like, how is this going to even be done? That I know that Rick's going to fucking figure out a way out of this. What's it going to be? It seems like there's no way to get out of the driveway under the sun. Like, I thought it was fucked, you know? So all these episodes are very well made, and they had to push it back for a while. And there was a bunch of rumors that it was because of a fight that Dan Harmon and Justin Roiland had. And then they came out and said that they were just working extra hard on season 3 because they wanted it to, stand up to the other seasons and actually be a good show and not start falling off, because this is the time when that happens.
Right.
So I think, in my opinion, they're killing it.
Well, what did you think about the Vindicators?
I loved Vindicators. Vindicators to me was dope. It was a bashing on all.
I don't know.
Here, look, check it out. It was a bashing on every superhero movie. Like, Rick was just tearing down the superhero universes.
Yeah.
And also, the whole noob thing was amazing. And there was, like, I remember the Saw thing. The Saw thing was hella funny, where he was like, come on, man. Come on, Morty. I'm a drunk, not a hack. And then he's like, you got to get your way out of here. Like, Saw. And it was just ridiculous as fuck. But the best thing is that I noticed that the the scene where Morty's on the ride at the end that Rick had made that was intended for Noob Noob, which he found out, but it was a real emotional moment at first. He goes to this ride, and the ride is extremely reminiscent of the ride in A Killing Joke. Did you see The Killing Joke? The animated R-rated Joker movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there was a scene in there where he had Commissioner Gordon in this like carnival ride that he had made, and he was all like tied up in the thing and he was going through it, and a lot of the background was like very similar. I was watching this YouTube video about it, and they were showing like side by sides, and it was like a homage to the Joker, to the Killing Joke Joker, more than it was for Saul.
All of the episodes this season have been homages to a lot of movies and pop culture. I noticed that super hard, like on the second episode, because I mean
the Mad Max thing.
What is it? The Mad Max? Yeah, that's that's like a straight ripoff, and then like the Vindicators, like the superheroes, and it's just. I like the way that they're keeping it with a pop culture reference. And I'm really excited to see interdimensional TV.
Yeah.
Really excited for that.
So am I. That's almost what I thought Vindicators 3 was, because it was the only one in the season that doesn't have Rick in the name, because they all have Rick in the name, except for Intergalactic TV. It's the only one in the first 2 seasons. So I was like, this is it. This is Intergalactic TV, and it didn't happen. But I know that this next episode is... or the one that would have passed just this weekend, because this episode is coming out on Tuesday, was it's a Rick and Jerry adventure.
Oh, no.
Yep. Rick and Jerry adventure. I saw like a little preview for it.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I don't have cable, so I bought it on Xbox. I bought the whole season.
Nice. Why don't you
gotta have my Rick and Morty's?
Yeah, very true. Do you get the new episodes as they come out?
Yeah, I get them. I watch them Monday morning.
Nice. That's dope.
I don't know if I'm able to watch them Sunday evening, but I get up super early in the mornings to watch cartoons and shit. So
yeah,
grown ass man child over here.
Hey man, I feel you. I'm doing the same shit.
I'm like, fuck, I got to go to work at 8, so I got to get up at 5 so I can watch a movie and some cartoons.
I do the same thing. I get up in the morning, give myself a few hours, and then that way I could get in a couple shows of whatever I have that I'm watching the Ozarks right now. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't. I was going to ask you about that.
Ozarks is pretty dope. It's like, it's not... I've heard people say that it's the most amazing TV that they've ever seen and most amazing show and better than all these other things, but I don't know if it's that good, because I'm pretty deep into it. I'm like 6 or 7 episodes in, and I don't know how many there are, but it's good. It has me drawn in to where I'm sucked into the story.
Word.
So it's pretty good. You should check it out.
I will.
But so let's talk news real quick. Go into the news segment of the show.
Yeah.
All right.
Stop the brushes. Is that still a thing?
Yeah, no.
They are because newspapers are still printed, huh?
Yeah, very true. Newspapers are still printed.
Boom, my reference holds strong still.
Nice. Nicely done. That's a golf clap for you, my friend. Sounds like fapping. Okay, calm down. Let's talk news. News segment is now, and the news is that you are in the path of totality. Is that correct?
Holy fuck, dude.
Tell us about it.
Okay, so here's where it's going, right?
What day is it?
Here's where it's Monday, right?
It happens on Monday?
It happens on Monday at 10 something.
Okay, so as of the time of this recording, it hasn't happened yet, but as the time of this release, it happened yesterday.
Okay.
So you might be dead.
Oh shit, dude. Yeah, I was trying to look into I was trying to look into like what old mythologies believed. And surprisingly it's hard to pull up any like good solid information on that subject. There's a couple of stories that are loosely thrown around, but I couldn't find like anybody who had, thoroughly written down or studied the subject.
Because they couldn't see when the eclipse was happening, so they couldn't write. They couldn't find his pen.
Right. But so it's gonna happen, and I don't know. There's over I think it's like 3 million people are coming to fucking Oregon. Dude, yeah. So traffic started heavy at fucking like 10 o'clock last night, and the roads have been fucking solid packed almost.
Dang.
And it's only Friday.
That's crazy.
Yeah, my boss is like, y'all got to come in Monday, and I'm like, I ain't fucking going nowhere Monday.
So did you what did you do to prepare? Did you you stocked up on food and like water and shit just in case?
Yeah, I went to the store and I got all the rice and beans they had. I bought lots of water. Yeah. Rice and beans, man. Hey, I'm telling you, because you know what good rice and beans are without water? They ain't worth shit. So you need to make sure you have water when you have rice and beans. Fucking telling you.
Very good point.
Want to eat raw beans or raw fucking rice?
No, dude. It's very hard to eat both of those raw.
But so I got some eclipse glasses. I tried renting out my backyard on Craigslist. I'm like, come and camp in my backyard.
And nobody bit? They're like, this guy's gonna fucking murder me.
So, right. Some people wanted to park in my driveway, and some homeless person that lives in Portland wanted to camp in my backyard. I'm like, no, it's not the point.
He's
you
like,
come, you camp, I barbecue, you watch, you leave. Simple process.
He's like, hey
brother,
let me, I'll take you up on that offer.
He's like, sends me an email, and they're like, so I'll be in town at this time on this day. I'm like, all right, cool. How many nights you plan on staying? And they're all like, well, I just live over in Milwaukee on 27th, which is less than 5 miles away from my house. I'm like, if you live in the same fucking town I do, why do you want to sleep in my backyard, yo?
Right? Why don't you sleep in your own backyard?
What the fuck's going on here?
Yeah, that's weird. And is that the homeless person or a different person?
That's a homeless person.
That's the homeless person? So he just stays over on Milwaukee.
Yep.
Yeah.
Apparently.
He doesn't live there. He just stays there.
Yep.
Hey, man, to each their own, But I would say no. I'd be like, sorry, man, it's all filled up. I only got 2 rooms, and they're filled. My backyard rooms.
Yeah, backyard rooms.
So what time is it going to be happening? Do you know?
I don't know, man.
You don't know. You haven't even... You're not even ready. It's going to spring up on you.
It's like 10-something.
You're going to get all fucking high, and you're going to think that it's Sunday and not Monday, and you're going to be super lit, and then you're going to fucking look up, and this fucking sun's going to disappear, and you're going to be like, what is happening? Oh, yeah. The eclipse. And then you're going to tell everybody that the eclipse happened a day early. Hopefully you call it the eclipse.
Yeah. 10:39 in the morning.
10:39?
Yep, that's what it says.
I thought you meant 10:30, like between 10:30 and 9, and I was like, why would you say the later time first? 10:39.
No.
It's like, is that an Oregon thing?
You're calling me out for being high.
So you said the late time first, man. Or is it going to be no?
I said 10:39, not 9 between 10.
Or is it going to be between 10:30 in the morning all day and all night to 9 to 9 at night?
10:30 in the morning.
Okay, 10:39.
And then those 3 billion people are fucking trying to leave Oregon all at the same time.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun. Because how long I wonder how long an eclipse happens for?
Like 4 minutes?
Yeah, it's not going to be that long. Not that I remember.
Yeah. No.
So everyone's just going to be like, totality, right. Totality. Have you heard people say totality a lot?
Well, one of the big things around here, too, is the weather. Is everybody super worried the weather's going to be all cloudy and shit?
Oh, yeah, then everyone did it for nothing.
Yep.
Well, I mean,
it would be such a Portland day to just be fucking overcast the whole day. No sun, no rain, nothing, just overcast, and it'd be like, welcome to Oregon, assholes.
but it's like, it would still look cool though, right? Because you're in the totality zone, so wouldn't
see shit. It would get darker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you wouldn't be able to see the sun and use your sunglasses and stuff, but it would be cool to have it be like daytime stormy weather, then all of a sudden it gets nighttime stormy weather, and then back to daytime.
I guess so.
You know,
I guess that'd be kind of cool.
It's better than nothing. It's pretty fresh.
I was listening. I have OPB up here, Oregon Public Broadcasting, that I listen to a lot.
You down with OPP?
OBP. Yeah, I'm down with OBP.
Yeah, you know me.
You know me.
Yeah,
I need to make that shirt and fucking rock that. That's dope as fuck, dude.
Oh, yeah. So what's this, like public radio or TV?
Public radio.
Okay.
And they were doing an interview with some guy who essentially is an eclipse chaser. So anytime an eclipse happens in the world, he'll go to it.
Crazy.
So yeah, he's seen like 13 or 14 eclipses all together in his life. And what's really cool about it is he was talking about the difference of what you see from where you are in the eclipse's path.
Uh-huh.
So if you're right on, like right in the totality line,
You said
you're going to see a real beautiful halo. What?
You said totality. I got excited.
You're going to see a real beautiful halo around it with an extremely dark center and maybe some glistening parts coming off, you know? But if you're out on the edge, and it's also going to last longer if you're right in that line.
And the glistening parts. Shorter. Sorry, the glistening parts coming off the side are like the solar flares, right?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of an optical illusion because of the way your eye sees light. It might be the solar flares. That's a great explanation for it. Then if you're standing on the outer rim, you get to see right before it happens. There's like a flash of light, and those sparkly things hang out a lot longer than when you're in the middle. Yeah, you don't get the darkness as long. Mm-hmm. So essentially, no matter where you are in the eclipse path, visible path, you're going to get a real beautiful, very unique show.
Crazy.
So,
man, that's nuts. Right. And you are right in the totality zone.
Right in the Myrtle.
Uh-huh.
Right in the totality Myrtle, man.
Yeah, when I saw it, when I saw the map and I saw that it was going to miss me and I wasn't going to be able to see it at all. And then I was like, oh, hey, it's going right through Oregon. Mm-hmm. So that's going to
come up.
It's going to be dope, man. I hope that by the time that this is released, you're still alive. I know. I should have come up. Well, I guess it's not too late, right? As right now,
no, it's kind of too late.
Right? Yeah, I'll never make it. You'll never make it,
dude. There's like gridlock traffic. last I heard on the news, there was gridlock traffic from Northern California to Central Oregon.
Holy shit.
And motherfuckers are trying to get here all weekend, and it's already that much traffic. So I got my beans, rice, and water. I'm fucking gravy.
Could you imagine that? Could you imagine being in traffic for half a state?
No.
No. How many murders are going to happen?
So fucking many, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So the majority of where a lot of these people are coming won't be in Portland per se. A lot of them are going to like Central Oregon and will be out in the wilderness or in Eastern Oregon out in like the high desert kind of area.
Uh-huh.
So there's just going to be like dozens and millions of people out where there's maybe, a handful of officers to deal with it. So they're bringing in cops from out of state. I've been seeing fucking cop cars I've never seen in Portland before today, driving all over the fucking place. 4 fucking police in each goddamn car, and they're just fucking driving all over the fucking place. And it's like they're gearing up because some shit can go down. I mean, people get fucking weird when the fucking sun gets fucking swallowed up. Like, people lose their fucking shit.
Yeah.
I mean, there might be fucking werewolves running the fuck around for a few minutes, I might fucking lose my shit myself. I don't know, dude. It does weird things to people, Planets aligning and fucking, yeah. The energy.
Yeah. It's weird, man.
You can feel the energy in town here. People are driving fucking super crazy. Everybody's super worried like shit's about to fucking pop off, dude.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's definitely nuts.
Yep.
So I have some news from here, from California.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I should have said this at the beginning. The lag's gone now that I stopped doing the recording. The recording froze, by the way. So no video for this. No video for the second half. I might just put up the video and then just have it be like a freeze frame of us after it freezes for the rest of the video. I mean,
that'd be pretty good.
Yeah, why not? It's better than nothing. So that's why you're looking at frozen video if you're watching on YouTube right now. But the lag is gone, right?
Kind of.
Okay, I just lagged out a little bit.
Part,
yeah, it sounds like
better.
Mm-hmm. All right. I should have said this in the beginning of the news. Maybe I'll move this around and insert it.
Yeah, you're lagging hard right now, dude.
Yeah?
Better.
Okay.
Now we're good.
Here we go. We'll deal with this. All these problems will be solved in the future. Don't worry about it.
See. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. So, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I remember. I'm going to insert this, and I shouldn't say this part, but I'm going to insert this into the beginning right after we do the news theme song, okay?
Okay.
So, every episode, we are going to share with each other news from our respective areas. So you will give me a top news story, something that's happening or happened recently in Portland, and I will give you some sort of news story or scoop on something that is happening or recently happened in California.
Word.
Dealio. So
I like that.
Yeah, right? So we keep each other up to date, keep each other informed, and you let me know about the eclipse and how there's fucking way too many people there and a bunch of people are going to die. And here's mine for you. They recently, a few days ago, found a van or an SUV, some sort of car, on the road in Cayucas. somewhere on like F Street or some shit like that. Just some like, residential road.
Okay.
It was on the wrong side of the road, facing, against traffic, pulled over, and the cops approached it, walked up to it. There was a man in there. You know what? I should probably just pull up this story, right? So that way...
Might help a little,
Yeah, so I'm not like stumbling through the facts. Here. All right, I got it. All right, here we go. This happened in Cayucos, spelled Cayucos, which is not how you should spell anything. Okay, so the police walked up. Police walked up to this SUV. They smelled a foul smell coming from it. They found a woman, a man, and a 13-year-old child, as well as a dead body inside of the car that was decomposing. A man's dead body.
Damn.
That was the foul smell. It was in the car with the child. There was a bunch of drugs and paraphernalia and shit. And according to them, they said that they knew the man and that he had died of unrelated causes, that they didn't kill him, but they were transporting his body for him. But they were doing it like Weekend at Bernie's style. Like he was like in a seat with like a seatbelt all slumped over with sunglasses on, presumably. And it was a pretty crazy story.
Damn.
Pretty savage. So I don't know what they were up to, what their relation was, where they were taking him, but apparently they were transporting his body and decided to pull over on the wrong side of the road and just probably pass out from heroin. It's crazy.
Fucking some people are just crazy, dude.
Yeah. So that is an unraveling case that I could give you the update on that next week.
Word.
Bada boom.
Word.
Bada bang. So you got
bing.
You got anything else for the people before we get out of here?
Nah, it feels good.
Feels good. Well, it's good to have you back.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be doing these.
Word.
We're gonna be doing these every week.
Yep.
Yeah. Hopefully, I mean, if you got stuff going on and you can't make it, then I could get Ty or Kristen here or whatever. But you're gonna be back on more and more.
Yep.
Hopefully every episode, and we're gonna be getting into it, getting lit. Both of our states are legal now. Whoop whoop.
Damn straight.
Uh-huh.
That's nice. We just smoked legally together.
Yeah, we did. We're adults.
Right?
Yeah, it was like us just having a beer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Only like through webs and waves and
Webb's beer. And that's
cables and shit.
See, it wasn't like this when we Yeah. It wasn't like this when we first started. When we first started doing JSC radio way back in the day, I remember it wasn't even online. I remember we just had CDs that we would give to people.
Well, yeah. I remember we started with giving CDs to people a couple of times. Then we did it for like a few months just for us.
Yeah, I remember that. And we were just like, let's just have these.
We didn't like radio.
Yeah, we had a lot of music on there.
Yeah, that's what it used to be. It was mainly music.
Uh-huh. And then we were like, let's do like a little DJ thing going on in the middle.
Yeah.
And fucking bullshit. And then we started giving them to people again. People liked them. We started putting them online. And this was like way back before podcasts were the big deal, and everyone was getting podcast TV shows, and everybody had their own respective podcasts. Like, it was definitely a thing. We weren't the first ones to do a podcast or anything, but it wasn't like this was before I had heard Joe Rogan or, any of this.
Yeah, we were doing this before I started listening to podcasts.
You know what? Hold on. Hold the fucking phone. All right?
Somebody's got to have one of those CDs.
Okay, we might have been doing JSC Radio before Joe Rogan even started, because that was 8 years ago. And
holy shit!
And we were back at like in the Shandon house when we were doing JSC radios. So that was like 10 plus years ago. So I don't know, man. We might have been the first podcast ever. Now that I think about it, we might take the trophy.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to figure it out.
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure we are though. I mean, mathematically, logically, and scientifically, we are.
Yeah,
so. And
those are all the best ways.
They are. They are. Actually, factually, and tactually.
That's right. So like we used to do that, and then it like we started putting it online, started branching out, and then we rebranded it as the Natural Habitat Podcast, or was it? No, we would just do. Was it the Natural Habitat Podcast? But yeah, we rebranded it and started. It was JSC Radio.
It was JSC under Natural Habitat.
Yeah, we would do JSC episodes. Back when it was Juggalo Smoking Chronic, and then Just Smoking Chronic, and then.
Yep.
And then.
Whoop whoop.
Yeah, and then we did like 50 episodes, and then you moved to Oregon, and at that time, like, you didn't have like the audio setup. You were in this transitional period where you were moving into this like small place and trying to figure out what you were going to be doing, and now that we have, you have the spot, you got your stuff, you have all your equipment, and we have the internet. We have this beautiful internet. And now we can we can just pick it right back up where we left off.
Yeah, I like it. It is good.
That's what's up. So I'm gonna do some like fiddling and faddling with the knobs and wires and fix this connection. Hopefully we can fix this lag. Are you on Wi-Fi or on hardwire?
I'm on Wi-Fi.
All right. I think that so am I. So I think
nothing else in my house is being used though.
Yeah. So I think
all my systems are off. So
it's better if I hardwire my shit. So maybe we'll just need to all hardwire mine. Next time we'll see how it works. This is all stuff we should be talking about off the podcast. So so take it easy, everybody. We love you. We'll see you next time.
Natural Habitat Recording.
Whoop whoop.